Hi, I'm Matthew Parsons, Realtor here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and today I'm outside of the Veterans Memorial here in World's Fair Park in downtown Knoxville. Now, this coming weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and obviously Memorial Day, the day itself, is the day in which we remember those who gave their lives for the very freedoms that we are able to enjoy. So there will be an actual ceremony right here on these grounds on Memorial Day. So for more information on that, as well as other Memorial Day ceremonies in the area, visit MatthewParsonsHomes.com/Memorial Day. Now that we've said that, today we are going to be talking about housing market numbers, not just feelings, but actual numbers. We're going to look at the numbers, and then I'm going to deconstruct for you a little bit of what I think that the numbers tell us. Because the numbers are an important part of a modern life, right? They help us navigate life by giving us an idea of the risk involved with things. For instance, right? Would you go bungee jumping if I told you that 50% of the time the cord breaks and the jumper plummets to their death? Well, no, of course not, right? If I told you that there was a 0.0001% chance of the cord breaking, you may be more willing to take the jump. So, knowing that the real numbers is important so that you can make informed decisions. The numbers that we're going to talk about today come from our local MLS market reports. I'm Matthew Parsons, Knoxville real estate expert, and this is your Knox, Loudon, Anderson, and Blount County housing market numbers for May 2021. Let's start off with an easy one that we have all heard. Inventory. Inventory is at an all-time low. This is sort of true, right? Let's think about what the numbers might be telling us. When I got into the real estate years ago and I logged into the MLS, there was a little counter that would pop up and say really big on the screen, it would say there are currently X number of homes for sale. The number back in 2014 was 5,807. In 2021, today it says 1,650. That means that we have 28% of the inventory that we had just 7 years ago. Or does it? Less inventory would mean less sales, right? Well, that's where it gets interesting. It is true, we have less inventory at any one given moment, but the market continues to function strongly with the number of sold homes at almost 30% higher than what it was compared to 7 years ago. Compared to more recent times, it is seeing a modest increase in the number of homes sold, being some 10% higher than it was 2 years ago. Now I use 2 years ago because that, let's face it, April 2020, right? We were all just trying to figure out COVID. So many numbers taken from there might kind of skew things a little bit and might not be indicative of buyers and sellers' mindsets. So let's now talk about pricing for a moment. The market is moving fast and it's difficult for a lot of realtors and other professionals like appraisers to keep up. Example, the average sales price 1 year ago in Knoxville, in Knox, Loudon, Anderson, and Blount County was $270,000. Last month, it was $325,000. That's a 1 year increase in the average sales price of 20%. For the first time ever in this geographic area, the average sales price is above list price. Let me expand on that for just a moment. Traditionally, if a home came on the market, it was perceived that there was some wiggle room on the price, right? Maybe 10% of list price was a fair offer. And traditionally, we would see an average sales price for the whole number of the market being between 94 and 96% of list price. But right now, that number is 100.6%. So on average, including the fixer-uppers and the dumps, along with the big houses and the starter homes, on average, we are seeing homes sell for above asking price. So, what is driving this? What is creating this? All right, so we're going to answer that, then we'll talk about what this means for you and next steps. It's simple. Tennessee is a great place to live. No one wants to move away from here, and everybody wants to move to here. People are fleeing states that have overtaxed them and infringed on their personal liberties. They want beauty, low taxes, warm weather, a less restrictive government, lower cost of living, and more bang for their buck when it comes to buying a home. Many workers can now, as a result of the pandemic, live virtually anywhere with an internet connection. And where you live is no longer a function of where your job is, but where you want to raise your family instead. Again, Tennessee becomes a great option. This is why U-Haul's numbers show that the number one destination for trucks in 2020 was Tennessee. Number 7 in terms of cities was Knoxville. Now, what does this mean for you? If you sell now, you'll get more, but you'll also be paying more. So Why move at all? A couple of things that I'd have you consider. First, Tennessee, Knoxville in particular, is different from nationwide. So when things happen across the nation, their impact tends to be less intense here. Tennessee is traditionally a bit more isolated from the ebbs and flows of the market. Also, this is where people are coming, all right? If the market crashes in California because everyone is selling and moving, it is picking up here in Tennessee because this is where they are moving to. So, I'd have you consider that the following additional variables come into play. Number one is interest rates. A shift in interest rates can have a huge impact on the amount of home that you're able to afford. On a $350,000 home, the average in Knoxville, Loudon, Anderson, and Blount counties, a 1% rate change can result in a $200 plus additional costs every month. So is it better to wait, get that house for $10,000 less, but at a higher rate, or buy now and have the home that you want and lower interest rate? By the way, the numbers say that it's the latter. Buy now for $10,000 more and 1% lower, and you'll save approximately $150 a month and some $70,000 over the life of the $360,000 loan. So buy now while interest rates continue to be low. Also, consider that if you sell now in a seller's market, it is very possible that we'll be able to negotiate some extra time for you to be able to locate the home that you want or build it. And if you're considering downsizing, now's a great time to sell as well, because you could sell your 3,000 square foot home for more and admittedly pay more for the home that you buy, but the money in your pocket is going to be greater than if the market shifts to a buyer's market. Let's finish with this. This is a difficult market. I'll even be candid enough with you to say that it is difficult for me, and I'm involved in it every single day. It is shifting and changing so rapidly that if you don't have your finger on the pulse of the market and know the ins and outs of real estate, it can be a bear to navigate. And maybe you're saying to yourself, I can do this on my own. It is less true now in this market than ever before. The pitfalls and difficulties of getting to the closing table, like home prices themselves, has increased exponentially. So call or text me today. We'll have a conversation about the realities of your situation and create a plan to get you where you want to be. I'm Matthew Parsons, Knoxville real estate expert, and this is your KLAB housing market update for May 2021. Contact me today and I'll help make the home buying and selling process smart, simple, and safe. Thank you and God bless. And don't forget to check out MatthewParsonsHomes.com/Memorial Day for more information on Memorial Day ceremonies in the area. Thank you and God bless.